But we do have the teams for our next matchup for round 4. We're going to be seeing Boston Squid Party versus Ewfish, and this is going to be a rematch from Little Squid League 22, where Boston Squid Party won 3-1 and upsetting Ewfish, who were the #1 seed. So this is a great way to continue on our morning.
Absolutely, grudge matches are always so much fun. Back when Suck and Spoon was a tournament, which was a tournament for the newer people in the chat and in the community, that was about a couple years ago. It was a weekly, and we had so many awesome rivalries and grudge matches that happened on screen there. So we always love a good old-fashioned rematch.
Yeah, and I think especially seeing it in a tournament as this big, when you know that there are a lot of different teams that you could see, this is what's important right now. You know, for both of these teams, it doesn't matter what happened in Little Squid League. It matters what happens right now, where you are today. And, you know, this being a best of 3, not as big as maybe not as big as the best of 5 where these two teams played last. So it's only going to be that much more important for these teams to get this win.
Absolutely. So right now we are currently 2 stream sets went to game 3. Do we see a third?
We certainly hope we see a third. Again, we were spoiled with sets 1 and 2 going all the way to game 3 because I'm having a good time. I mean, at Shad's, I know we said it's early for us, but we're having a great time here. And I mean, this is only the beginning of day 1 of SuperJump 2 because there's still plenty of action that is headed later down the road. But any game 3 that we have the opportunity to see, we will take.
Yeah, it looks like in the chat right now, most people are betting money on Boston Squid Party, 92% to 8%. But, of course, as we've seen, that doesn't always indicate which team's gonna win.
No, not at all.
Start out on Piranha Pit's flat zone, so that's a fun stage.
You know, that is a very fun stage, a very flat surface. We're gonna see a lot of paint. I think we're going to see a lot of rain too, or if players choose to play rain, just to kind of capture some of the flat parts of this map. But again, another splat zone that I honestly have a lot of fun playing Junior on. It's really easy just to kind of run around and throw splat bombs with the double Junior loadout and try and get those good picks. But yeah, we're going to see a lot of specials too.
Yeah, with the moving conveyors, dropping a splashdown off of the conveyor ramp is 100% fun and 100% likely to make somebody on the opposite team scream. I speak from experience, mainly as the screamer, not as the person doing the splashdown. But
Fair
then
enough.
you also can drop a baller, which is one of the few decent uses for baller in this meta with everybody running Object Shredder. And then in terms of other weapons, you have clear sight lines on the zone, so your longer range weapons will have fun here. But conversely, since everything's so flat, it is so easy to get overrun.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, again, you get these kind of in this lockout position, it's hard to break through, especially with how much opportunity that the team who has the zone, the team that the area they have to paint, is going to be very crucial for them to try and keep up this lockout, because if you can build your specials more fast and more quickly, it's going to be better.
Absolutely. Missiles are good here, bubbles are good here. Hammer could be fun here, just charging straight down the middle of the map. Probably want to armor it both so somebody doesn't hop down behind him and get a quick splat in. Sometimes I'm very glad that the S1 specials are not in this game, because you can imagine the devastation that a killer whale or a kraken could wreak on this map.
Yeah, if only we saw those Splatoon 1 specials in this game. But no, I mean, we're probably going to see the missiles, we're going to see the armor. I'd love to see rain. You know, that's something we don't see very often, but it's a good deterrent. It's and I think especially on this stage, it can have a lot of use too. It will force enemies to get in different positions that they don't want to be in. But yeah, I mean, overall, we will likely expect a very traditional comps with this map and mode.
Yeah, for sure. We have all the players in the lobby, so they're going to start going into the weapon select screen. Things are going to be heating up very, very quickly. Oh, never mind. One of them just pooped. I jinxed it.
Hey.
I jinxed it. Commentators curse. At least it happened before, the game starts.
I was gonna say, it's better... and Inkfarer is amazing and is the video producer. Inkfarer knows exactly, alright, here's the muscle memory of what I need to do if somebody lobby DCs, and I've seen how fast they select the map and mode too, and it's... I know I can't do it as quickly, and yeah, these lobby DCs are better than in-game, just so the game doesn't have to play out. Especially in a mode where you can't control the timer, like splat zones and tower control. Rainmaker, it's not too bad to have those DCs. Clan Blitz, it's not too bad either. There's a little more coordination that needs to happen. But yeah, luckily all these players were in the lobby, so they should have no problem rejoining shortly.
And of course, since it happened in the lobby, doesn't count as a DC for either team. But it does mean that we'll have a little bit more time before Boston Squid start throwing tea into the harbor. The question is, though, if Ewfish is in the harbor, what kind of tea would Ewfish want Boston Squid Party to throw in?
That is a very good question. But both, again, since they've played each other before, it's possible that these teams know what kind of tea they would want to be thrown in. But hey, let's take a quick look and see how these teams played earlier in this bracket. So both of them getting a loss in round one. Ewfish was against I Love Oranges, and Boston Squid Party is against Grape Juice. So they both lost to different types of juices, we see. And then in round two, Ewfish getting, I believe they got the DQ win against Sia. Boston Squid Party getting the bye. And then in round three, Boston Squid Party going down to Rat Supremacy, with Ewfish getting a loss to Vortex. So this is an opportunity for these teams to get their first, I'll say, non-DC, non-DQ, non-bye win. So they're hoping to end the round, they're hoping to end the round portion on a high note.
Yeah, for sure. You always want to end on a high note. So many times people end in a rage quitty kind of moment where it's like, oh, we lost, this game sucks, I'm never going to play it again. Always try to end on a high note.
Yeah, and I mean, both of these teams, they are competitive in the LSL arena too, and I'm sure they're looking forward to this matchup because, as we said, they've played each other in LSL 22 during the bracket stage, so they know it's going to be a close and competitive matchup, and that's what we love to see. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we have been spoiled with the close and competitive ones. And it looks like we have teams back in the lobby again. It's going to be soon. It's going to be exciting, provided there's no DCs. I am really hoping to maybe see the ballpoint again. Although personally, I'm not a fan of using it. Ballpoint is a good weapon here. It can go up and be a very aggressive midline because of the change in range. It can become your anchor in a pinch. Beacons are great for helping teammates jump in if you're playing more of a midline style than a backline style. And of course, it does have the rain, which you were talking about earlier. That can be pretty interesting.
Yeah,
and I mean, the rain just melts armor. It's like trying to eat a popsicle on a hot summer day. You launch it and it just kind of drips off, and then usually people die. Usually the other team.
All right, and our teams are now ready for the final round for these teams. So let's bring you Ewfish versus Boston Squid Party. We're going to see the Hydra come out on the side of, I believe that's Boston Squid Party. Yes, the custom Hydra with the remix on the side of Ewfish. So Hydras or Splatlings on both sides, Tri-Slashers on both sides too. Honestly, these comps don't look too different from each other.
Yeah, meanwhile, the main difference is that Ewfish is running a Oil Flame Zone. Meanwhile, on the side of Boston Squid Party, we do see that there is it's an Octo Shot. So with double armor inkjet, that's going to be fun. One down on the side of Ewfish, and it looks like first cap is going to be for Boston Squid Party.
Yeah, they're going to get that first cap. It's unfortunately not going to last very long. As we see Italics trying to retreat just a little bit. Rona's going to have to be going back to their main after falling in the water with the Inkjet. But again, Zone is still neutral right now, and now Ewfish trying to take advantage of this with the rain, trying to push up, trying to cap. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to do so yet. We still see the 3v3. Sherbert getting that pick on Pit, and now Boston Squid Party able to cap the zone once again. But again, it just hasn't been a very long cap at all.
This is such a stalemated game so far. Only a push to 9, one down on the side of Boston Squid Party. Sherbert's going to see if they can get a pick. Has to back up because of the extreme damage to the foil. Things a try-on-try violence right there. 2 down on each side of the field. But still, no cap, no cap. Looks like Ewfish is going to go for it, but they go 3 down.
Yeah, that
Herber is going to get the pick. Manages to stay alive to that suction palm, but the zone is starting to become very yellow. Booyah coming out, Sky's in a good position on that conveyor, and Booyah's going to force the Hydra to back off, so it looks like we might see a cap here. Yes, we do. So, almost 2 minutes elapsed, and only a push to 91 and 96 respectively.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a very slow-paced game. 2 minutes in, nobody's gotten down below 90 yet. It just goes to show how even that these two teams are. Right now, Boston Squid Party trying to take control of Conveyor, get a few picks. That's going to be a trade, but Boston Squid Party going to be taking this zone. How long could they have it? Again, no team can hold this zone for longer than 3 seconds or so. Italics trying to get that pick, going to be jumping out because they were spotted. So Boston Squid Party, I believe they have the advantage right now if they want to try and cap the zone and get a good lead, but they need to take out these backlines, and they're having trouble doing that.
Yeah, Pep is forced to back way off because of that remix there. Almost manages to get the flank off, which would have been clutch if they had, but Irmer almost dying to that platform. Armor coming in quite to save. Aggressive Hydra plays right now, getting 2 down, and a third goes down as well. Italis is just playing this thing like it's a mini.
This is going to be where Boston Squid Party needs to capitalize on this. It took them 3 minutes to cap the zone and get that good player advantage. They need to start this lockout phase. They need to coordinate their specials and push up. And they already started doing that. We see the Inkjet, we see Rona pushing up, trying to slot some of these players on the conveyor. And that is a 3-player down for Ewfish. So Boston Squid Party in a very good position. It took some time to get here, but they're doing exactly what they need to do to win this game.
Yeah, Rona's teammates really helping them out there. You saw Italis and the member with the Tri-Slaughter getting the person that was casting Rona's jump. 2 down on the side of the Ewfish. Armor coming out from their team to see if they can get the pick. And the zone is in neutral right now. 2v1, make that out of 3v4. Or on the field, the Hydra managing to get the pick on the other back line. The bombs are coming in now to really force Pat out of that zone. Things are coming in. Oh, there's a clutch bomb pick right there. 1 down on each side of the field. So this is going to start getting very, very dangerous again. Looks like actually, Bo, Boston Squid Party is maintaining this zone in neutral, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, they've done a good job contesting the zone, not letting Ewfish take control of the zone at all. And Ewfish, they need to be a little more aggressive. They need to get these picks. They need to cap the zone. And they start doing that, but with the specials with Rona on the Inkjet, it's going to be harder. Getting a very nice double, going to be going down. Italic's also going to be going down, but they do have the support of the rain. Sherbert is still alive to try and keep this. They're trying to avoid getting all these penalty points, and now it's finally awarded to Ewfish. 50 penalty points on the side of Boston Squid Party.
Yeah, but the members of Ewfish are not close to their specials at all, save for that Flingza. Meanwhile, on the side of Boston Squid Party, they're a bit closer. They've got 86 on the Hydra, 85 on the Jet. So they can do an armor jet push really quickly. Here comes the armor, here comes the Jet, here it comes. Ink armor coming off of 1. The remix manages to get the pick on the Jet, though. That is clutch. Overtime is in effect now. We can see that Pat is coming in, trying to get 1. Manages to get 1, dropped on 2. And it looks like they got control just barely.
barely getting control, preventing Ewfish from keeping this game alive. Game 1 is going to be going to Boston Squid Party. Started off a little rocky for both of these teams, just being a very, very big battle at mid. But Boston Squid Party, once they had that player advantage, they capitalized on it. They were able to start a lockout phase, and I think that major push from them is what sealed the deal.
Yeah, for sure. But I wouldn't say that both teams started out a little bit rocky. I would say that they're just so evenly matched that they both managed to just keep each other in a neutral phase.
Yeah, that's very fair, yeah.
So we move on to Tower Control Inkflat. This is such a flank-heavy map. You've got 2 pockets on the left and right side, and they're hidden from view from the side of stacks, so it can be hard for any anchors to get picks or call people out on those flanks. You've got a little step that lets people get up onto plat, which can be devastating if you're not watching that and everybody's attention is on the first and second checkpoints.
Yeah, I think you get the backlines in a good position. It's gonna be a GG's. You know, we're specifically looking at Italics playing the Hydra. You get them in a good spot, and these checkpoints should be able to go over very quickly. But yeah, I mean, it's all about the positioning, pushing up your players in front of the tower, when it's moving, and taking control of these checkpoints. So who knows if we'll see the same pace of game that we saw in Splat Zones, where it's a very back and forth. You know, that'd be the equivalent of teams taking 3 minutes to get to that first checkpoint, and watching maybe Boston Squid Party try and make some magic happen. But Ewfish going to want to try a different approach, perhaps. Win these 1v1s, maybe some more flanks, but like you said, it's a very flank-heavy map.
Yeah, if you do not watch that left and right-hand side, you are going to be in for such a rough time. With the changes in elevation, sloshers and rollers are going to be very good here. We saw the roller last game, we saw the 2 tries. Those are going to have a field day here, but you're also going to have really good opportunity for special uses. Bomb Rush is great for defense here. Booyahs, missiles. Oh, we see a blaster, a Luna Blaster. That's interesting.
Yeah, Luna Blaster is going to be very crucial against some of these ledges and trying to get these picks. But again, I would say not a ton of painting power on Boston Squid Party there, and Zap is definitely going to have to do a lot of work running around. But you know, I think this roller is going to have to be one who takes out the Flingza. Is going to be somebody who has to take out the Luna Blaster if they want to have an opportunity. But now Boston Squid Party trying to take control of mid, trying to take control of tower more quickly than Ewfish, but Ewfish pretty quick to respond. They do have a Booyah Bomb ready, but they do have one player disadvantage right now. They are going to be hopping on the tower. I think based on the positioning of Boston Squid Party, some of the players were pushed up top, none of them were at mid, but unfortunately not quite the push that they were hoping to get.
Yeah, the Booyah does pick one off, both tries down on the side of the field. You can see that the Baller's coming out, I think, from the Luna. Yeah, that has Baller and Flat Bomb. So, not a bad kit, actually, for the Luna Blaster. It's such a hard weapon to work with because it just needs so much paint.
It really
but here we see the advantage of the Luna being able to have both the AoE to get behind the walls and to poke up over those ledges.
Yeah, and that's going to be very nice. Pat is going to quickly get past that checkpoint with the support of Italics using that Ray. And Boston Squid Party putting themselves in a very good position, especially with the Luna Blaster already up top towards the tower, getting these picks, winning these 1v1s, and using great teamwork too. Booyah Bomb going to be thrown on the tower, taking out the Slosher. Rena's Baller is going to be popped, but this tower is still moving. It actually got past that second checkpoint, so this is a very good position for Boston Squid Party. Ewfish has to respond and control tree if they want to prevent this push from going any further.
Yeah, 2 down, and the Ray is going to probably die here, assuming they can get out. They do manage to look like they got that jump out. Very, very clutch there. They keep alive. Because, of course, jumping out will take less time than dying and respawning. But a push to 35, excellent on this map, and they are in snowball territory now.
They are. Ewfish able to quickly control mid, spot these Boston Squid Party members as they're trying to get these picks, but the picks aren't really approaching yet. Ooh, the Luna Blaster doing a good job. Already has 6 KA. two specials on the side of both teams, actually, but 2 players are going to go down on Ewfish. The Boston Squid Party prevented a potentially dangerous push from Ewfish, but we're just seeing a lot of trades now in mid.
Yeah, a lot of trades. You can see that Boston Squid Party is in control of the tower again. The Flanger is set up right over where the first checkpoint normally is. That's a good position for them to be in. They can take advantage of the range of their weapon. You can see that one member has tried to flank onto the flat and just went straight into that roller. 2 down on the side of Boston Squid Party. Can there be a third? Oh, Devil Cookie's gonna fall to the Luna, who is currently in baller mode, manages to actually get that baller off, and they're going after the roller now, which is a hard fight for them because of the range disadvantage. The try is right there to try and help them out a little bit.
And now Tower just stuck at mid. This is Boston Squid Party's game to lose right now. You control mid, you get these wonderful picks. You're setting yourself in a very good position. They are going to be hopping on this tower, and now it's just the Neo Splash who's alive, and it looks like the Luna Blaster has spotted them already. They're going to be using some burst bombs to try and push them away, but no, Slosher and the Neo are going to splat them, but this tower is now approaching where it got before, and then some. And now Ewfish in a dangerous zone with 2 specials ready on the side of Boston Squid Party, but Ewfish able to take the tower at a very crucial time, but they haven't even gotten past the first checkpoint, so they are going to have to put in a lot of work if they want to win this game.
Yeah, here comes the Stingray again, and with changes in elevation, I don't think it's going to get anybody, but it does delay the members of Ewfish from coming back in. From coming out now from Boston Squid Party. Rona's going to get double cookies. 2 down, Bomber coming out on the side of Ewfish. 3 out coming out as well, so they're burning all our specials with 45 seconds left to go. There's enough time for them to charge it up for another push, but Rona is ready with that baller, and you can see that 3 members of Ewfish are over on the left-hand side trying to get set up onto the plat. Here comes the Luna, here comes the baller. Even if it doesn't get anybody, it does force them way back, which is helpful. And a nice pick there from Rona, who is just absolutely slaying with that Luna Blaster. Can they get another? Yes, they do. Beautiful direct right there. 3 down on the side of Ewfish. And the last one jumps out. So 20 seconds remaining. They are going to have to get a really, really solid, at least 2 or 3 down and get control of the tower. Here comes the Booyah, which will prevent members of the Boston Squid Party from hopping back on, but they only have 4 seconds left. The baller's right there. That's going to stop people from getting on the tower. It looks like Patoy is going to get onto it. 3 down on the side of Boston Squid Party, so things could start heating up really quickly. Patoy now in, ready for bomb rushing, and here it comes. Bombs coming out. 3 on the tower. It looks like to get it past that checkpoint really quickly, but the DG Stingray is ready, and the members of Ewfish do not have anything to stop that. They don't have missiles. They don't have armor. Silver's going to hop on the tower as people chop off because of that Stingray. And Boston Squid Party takes this rematch 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like a very good opportunity for Ewfish to try and make a push of their own, and they started doing it. They got further than where they had before, but with the power of Boston Squid Party and Rona getting 14 KA, popping 8 ballers, that is what sealed the deal at the end of the match, and like you said, giving Boston Squid Party the 2-0 victory in the final round for these players.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was a really good set, a very dominant performance by Boston Squid Party during that match. And Ewfish, they had a very good attempt. And I know that these are 2 teams that they should definitely scrim against each other. If they haven't, they really need to, because these are 2 very good competitive LSL teams, and they can learn a lot from each other.
Absolutely, and hopefully they have a very strong relationship between the teams to be great scrim partners. So
that
with
is exactly
that,
right.
I think it is time the 2 of us take a break, because we have some awesome commentators that are going to come in. We have the stupendous Skepadillions and the magnificent Melissa, who will be your next commentators.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of commentating with both of them. Skep last night, actually, and I've with Melissa a few times too. So very wonderful commentators. But that's right. That's right, Shads. We're gonna be signing off here. So where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch at IVTV_Shads_. You can probably see me in the chat. Of course, you can also find me on Twitter at ShadowDragons42. Vincent, where can the good people find you?
Well,
wait, not Vincent. You're not Vincent. You're Falco. Oh my gosh.
Vincent's doing a great job here being our tech lead, but you can find me, Falco Flyer, on Twitch and Falco Flyer 11 on Twitter. But that's right, we are going to be stepping away here for the mic, but we have some more Splatoon action headed your way. You are watching Super Jump 2 presented by IPL.